robotic arm goes over and grabs a teacup and attaches it with a laser identifying system. The robotic milker identifies the cow by a computer chip on her neck. It knows who she is and how much milk she should be giving. It's a more natural process. The quality of the milk is better because the udder is being emptied more frequently. So there's usually a small lineup of 2 or 3 cows waiting to get in there.
The days of 5 a.m. hand milkings are over at Morningstar Farm in Parksville. This robot does it all. It even collects 20% more milk.
Farming has to change to make it appeal to the next generation. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I think processes and work and farms all change, and that can be a good thing.
When starting out 15 years ago, the family only had 1 cow.
And Nella was with us for long enough for Nancy to learn how to milk, and Clark was learning how to milk and manage.
While working overseas in Switzerland, Nancy and her husband Clark began planning their dairy dream.
We were at a little chalet up in the mountain, and they rolled out a cauldron, filled it full of milk right in the restaurant, and we're heating it up over a fire. And I went over and talked to the guy, and it's like a light bulb went on. I figured, why don't we make cheese in the shadow of Mount Arrowsmith when we get home to Canada? Clark and I, together with his parents and my parents, purchased the farm in 2004, and I've been in a list of never-ending projects ever since.
Morningstar Farm continues to be a family venture, though now they have hired staff as well. The 88-acre Heritage Dairy Farm operates 2 complementary businesses, Qualicum Cheeseworks and Mooberry Wine. Currently, there are 13 varieties of cheeses offered, although Nancy says there is always a new recipe in the works.
Every day we make cheese, and every cheese starts with milk. And the only difference is sometimes we pasteurize the milk, or the other great advantage that we have is working with raw milk, which is milk that has no heat treatment at all. So it's just heated up to the culturing temperature, and we add the culture straight in. It has a more interesting flavor profile because it's got the natural flora in it too. So that's another thing that kind of differentiates us from industrial cheesemaking is being able to work with raw milk.
The farm produces 160 kilograms of cheese and 16,000 liters of milk daily.
This is an intensive labor of love that Brett is undertaking right now. This is a washed rind cheese.
I think the takeaway is how involved the whole process is from start to finish, from the milker to the cheesemaker, to the packaging people, to the distribution, to farmers markets. There's a lot of processes, a lot of work.
And you can see firsthand the work happening here through the farm tours and open marketplace. As picturesque as this farm is, it is still a working farm.
So when they can come walk through our barn, see how the cows are treated, see what they eat, watch the cheese being made through the window and see that it's a really cool hands-on craft, and hopefully get a little fired up about local food production, local agriculture. We want people to be excited about this and feel that this is an open place where they can witness agriculture happening in transparency and get really excited about it.
Especially of the younger generation, it's important for them to come to a farm to see vegetables being grown, to see berries being picked, to see cows being milked.
Nancy hopes her 3 boys will follow the farm dream. And good news for them, they won't have to worry about those 5 a.m. milkings. For Go on Shaw TV, I'm Rae-Anne LaPlante.